Hello and good day. Today is January the 22nd of 2019, and the big story of the moment is the price movements in Bitcoin. This is a really fantastic example, and I love to do a video journal every time Bitcoin's doing something significant so that I can go back sometime in the future and say what was going on this day, what was I thinking, what was the markets doing, what were the other markets doing when Bitcoin did this. So you can see here at 5:30 in the morning, the big four, they're all hanging at the bottom edge yet again. And then a few minutes later, 10 minutes later, Bitcoin was diving past our edge of support. Litecoin was hitting our low line of support and going down. Ethereum was giving up and breaking support. And all of them at the same time were all breaking down below these lines of support and resistance, which to me was all sell signals. And wouldn't you know it, minutes later, Bitcoin started to climb right back up again. It made a pretty significant dive and climbed all the way back up again. So off I went, and as I came back, I see that Bitcoin recovered, Litecoin recovered, Ethereum recovered, Stellar recovered, and we started to have some of these liquidation reports where all these short positions are getting liquidated. They had jumped in on this trade, and it turned out to be a fail for them. And Bitcoin rose up pretty strongly here. And so now the question is Bitcoin crashing and burning, or is it going to be going higher from here? Let me move my chat and chart over here. Good. So you can see that we have a kind of a new setup here. And I see we have a few people watching. How are the sound levels? Is this sounding okay? Can you hear everything well? So what I'm going to do here is look at the four charts for Bitcoin. Say hello. The four charts that I have here that I have up all the time. And wow, look at Litecoin having taken off here now. So when I zoom in on this one, Litecoin really rejected these lows and then blasted nicely higher here. So if you were trading these markets and this looked like a fantastic way to get in to a short position, a lot of those shorts got burned. And you know, this actually fits right in with my conspiracy theory. Let me go over to the Litecoin chart here. This really fits in with my conspiracy theory. If I zoom out to the 3-month view, hey, Rob Thomas, good to have you here. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. I have a new setup here, and if you subscribe to the channel while I'm live, there should be some nice animation that goes on with your name saying congratulations for subscribing. So my conspiracy theory is that there are automated bots that really look for times when people are too much on one side and not on the other. So this would be perfect. And I was saying this yesterday, that this is setting up perfectly for this kind of manipulation where it starts to go down. It's a bear. Yeah, it's a bear trap. And the bears are getting all excited. They're all leveraging up like crazy with stupid, crazy high leverage trades. And their stop losses are really close so that they're being safe. But this is a setup where they were drawn into this and then everything just completely goes against them. And this is how the big guys are soaking up a whole bunch of additional Bitcoin positions right now. And so I'll extend my conspiracy theory, and then I'm going to go through the bull market watch spreadsheet so that we can monitor what's going on with all of the cryptos in an objective way. So anyway, my conspiracy theory is that prices are going to rise up to, technical levels here. They're going to make a double top or something, and then we're going to see prices go down to $2,000 from there. And the reason is we're going to get a whole bunch of bulls all very excited, and then here we're going to get a whole bunch of bulls very excited. People are going to be putting on their house and their car and their everything to buy into Bitcoin when it starts breaking out here. And this is the time where everybody's bought Bitcoin and they have their sell orders here and here and here. And when the big guys start to sell, they are going to be buying up every one of your sell order levels all the way down. And this is going to be the big turnaround in Bitcoin prices. The institutions are going to intentionally move these markets down and soak up every small guy's Bitcoin. Then they're going to start systematically buying everything, and prices are going to go way up from there. And it's just a conspiracy theory, and we'll have to see how this is going. I've been talking about this for, well, more than a month. Since early December, I've been talking about this whole thing playing out. And so it's still in the works. The whole thing is still playing out perfectly. We'll see how it goes. Conspiracy theory aside, how do you decide when you've been into a fake out breakout? What is the moment that you decide that, okay, I put on this short trade and it starts to come back up? What is the very moment that you say, uncle, I switch. It's not working for me. It's not proving me correct. When do I actually get out? Because as Bitcoin is coming up to these levels, many of the other coins are not confirming it yet. They're coming up and consolidating, but they hadn't done this move. Should I have sold out of my Bitcoin here? Should I sell out of it now? This is a great part of our course, is our risk control rules. What to do when you get into a trade, what to do when you first put that trade on is the most key thing. And now we're talking in a lot of our trades about how to get out of a trade. Yeah, it is a solid theory. It is and I got it from the book Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. And he explained how they were doing this kind of manipulation intentionally back in the 1930s or the 20s or whenever that book was written. And the principles still stay the same, but now they can be programmed into a computer, and you can have coordination across all of the different crypto exchanges all at once using APIs. And you can see the order books in all of these exchanges all at the same time. So there are computers that have all of this stuff all put together, and they are looking at the order books of every single different exchange all at the same time. It's nothing for the computer to do the mathematics to say, if you sold this many millions of dollars, then all of these stop losses would be hit and the prices would go down tens of millions of dollars more, where you could soak this stuff up. Even if the prices are only, people are only losing $1,000 on their trade, and there's 1,000 people losing just $1,000, that's $1 million profit if the manipulators can swing it at the right time. Knowing that this is manipulated, then we need to prepare. Knowing that these markets are going to go to extremes, we need to be prepared for that. We have to actually know that that's going to happen and be ready for it. I have a strategy called the popcorn trading method. And if you haven't already, go search YouTube for crypto popcorn trading, and you'll find a video that I made just over a year ago. And wow, there's been so many examples of that exact strategy working out. Now, the purpose of this channel is to do the bull market watch. And I actually have the broadcasting stream thing set up so that I can do the bull market watch and have a split screen going on here. So what I do in the bull market watch is to look using a simple trading plan to see if the markets have changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. And there's 3 specific rules that we're following, and you can get those rules by going to intro-to-cryptos.ca. You can download the free chapter of my book that explains this simple trading plan, and you can also get access to the spreadsheet that we're looking at here as well. So in this spreadsheet now, we go to January 22nd, and we can go through each of these markets. Yesterday we said Ardor was an alert, that if it broke above these levels, it would be a buy signal. So this isn't actual trading recommendations or anything like that. This is just an overall chart of the view of how the cryptocurrencies are right now. And let me open up another copy of that sheet. So this one turns into a buy in our chart. This one was a fail almost. Now it's coming into an alert. So now we have a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. We have the downtrend line. If the moving averages cross over, then that becomes an alert. So I'm going to make it an alert now, because if the moving averages cross over and that moves higher, that's going to be a buy. And it'll be the continuation of an uptrend that we bought into here, and we made some great profits on it. as it went up. This was a popcorn move that I made some great profits on, and now it's looking like a place to add on to this trade. BCH ABC, it's looking weak, and it came down below these levels, so it has to remain as a near fail. And I also want to go now to Bankers Network Token. And we're looking at Poloniex. So nothing went on here. It stays neutral. But now let's skip over to Binance and look at Bankers Network Token. Look what happened on Binance. An enormous candle to the downside. So this is an inverse popcorn move. That this is the third one now on Binance that has done a big candle to the downside like this that didn't happen on Poloniex. If we go to Ardor, we see this big candle to the downside that did not happen on Poloniex. If we go to Strat, we can see a big candle to the downside back here that did not happen on Poloniex, and it didn't disturb the uptrend of this market at all. Now make my way back to Bankers Network Token here. And I'll mark it in our spreadsheet as a near fail, which it was last time. How's that working out on the screen? You can see that? Good. So we're through Bankers Network Token. We're looking at BCHSV now. Out of order, but I'll fix that. 1, 2, 3, kind of, but not giving us anything. I'll have to say it's neutral because the formation isn't shaping up. It's not giving us the buy signal. It's not giving us those three things. PCN is probably not going to be giving us any kind of signal here. It's just laying flat. Maybe it's an accumulation phase, but overall in our thing, we'd have to say it's neutral. Bitcoin is also neutral still. BitShares, we had marked that as an alert, and it stays an alert. This is a great bowl shape formation. It's giving us a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, a triangle. The moving average is crossing over. Everything is really looking great in this chart, but it's just an alert and not a buy signal yet. Burst was a good coin, but it's still floating along here. It's neutral. It's not near failing, but it's not giving us a formation we can do anything with. Clams, we said yesterday it was a fail, and indeed, that was a good call. So that was a good sell signal, and one of the first of the sell signals that's continuing. So the more of these we see, the worse things are for cryptos overall. And this is what I'm doing in this spreadsheet here so that we can average that. I'll say this is neutral in Civic Coin. Good that it made a bottom and it's consolidating a bit, but not a near fail, not a fail. Dash is actually still neutral for the simple trading plan. It really has to wait till it finishes this bottom formation and the moving averages cross over, though it's looking generally bullish right now. For this plan to tell us that the trend has changed, it doesn't qualify. Digibyte is also getting very close. The moving average is very close to crossing over. What's this? Decreed. I'm going to make this an alert for Decreed. That is looking really better now, just one day later. Hey buddy, hit the like button. Yes indeed, hit the like button. Viral Daily. Wow, this is real. We go over these coins regularly over and over again. If you haven't already, click on subscribe. Your name will be lit up on the screen and we'll have a nice animation sound, and it's worth it. And neutral for Digibyte. Professor Wally just took over Bossville. And you know what? I should have the boss better highlighted in this screen. Wow. Thank you, Professor Wally. You are the new boss. Fully charged up, 5,250 points. I appreciate that. Whenever I wonder if a coin is crashing and burning, I also look at the log scales. With Bitcoin, it shows an incredibly bullish signal. And I appreciate that. If you guys don't know, Professor Wally runs Gunbot University. If you search out Gunbot University, he will teach you how to use Gunbot, which is an automated trading bot that does a whole bunch of different things that I'm keen to be learning as well. Dogecoin. Dogecoin, as you know, I've got this massive sled view here. I see this great big Alaskan dog sled, and I think it's going to be going through the moon, but right now it's still neutral. I really want it to give me a signal I can call something different here. Yes, if there's a place to get a bot, it's Gunbot University. EOS? New subscriber, Vasil. Hey, you've been here before. Great to have you finally subscribed. That's great. Hey, B1 later. Great to have you here. I'm glad to have that the stream works out at this time of the day for you. EOS made a bottom formation that we got into here on a 1 hour 1 2 3 bottom formation. Crazy to do, but it was just luckily it was the right timing and things are positive for us. Now, if you were looking at this market, I wouldn't do anything until it broke out higher here, and that'll confirm that the trend has changed directions. So right now this still stays marked as neutral. Hey there, Kieran, good to have you along. OZK Dog. Gunbot versus Car. I don't know. I don't know Car. And there are a lot of bots out there that I have not taken the time to learn about yet. Thank you, Vasilis. I'm glad you love the stream. Fortunately, I do this for my own studies so that I can look back in the future. And then if any of you guys make any benefit from this, I just can't wait to hear your success stories, comments under the videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. All those things actually really help. Head over to the website and sign up for the email list so that you get a copy of this trading plan and you get a copy of the spreadsheet, and you also get all sorts of updates as markets are going along. I send out a couple email a week. Ethereum Classic 1 2 3 bottom formation. Beautiful 1 2 3 bottom formation. If I clear this off and give us some parallel lines here, this is great because it's breaking this parallel channel and making a 1 2 3 bottom formation. That's what I look for, except that I want to see it at historical levels, which is perfect. This is it. It takes a long time to wait for these moments to come, that you come down all the way to historical levels, making a 1 2 3 bottom formation. All of these things adding up is incredible right now, and I think that all of us are going to but this is still a neutral market. I could go on and on. Ethereum. Cat. I do have the Cat arbitrage bot that I am testing right now. I've got a second computer off to the side here that's running that, and it does arbitrage trading. I see I have to restart my bot. And it works. It makes 0.2% a trade and 0.3% and just continues to work away over there. It's just letting it run. We'll see how it turns out. You see a bull run in 3 days forward viral daily. Why 3 days? I'm always looking at the chart. When the chart does this, I don't know the time. And that's, sometimes it takes a year. We've seen here. It takes a long time for this to actually turn up and show up for us. And I think that's why it's going to be taking 12 to 18 months for this all to finally pan out. Ethereum. Ethereum was right on the edge here. This was a crazy one. If we go right to the edge, and I want to bring up Bitcoin in the background here so we can see what Bitcoin prices were doing that very same moment here. Ethereum was fading first, and Bitcoin cracked. It came down with it, and Bitcoin went up, and then Ethereum went up afterwards. So now, in the longer term, it's making a 1 2 3 bottom formation that would be a trend add-on when this moving average crosses over again. So now it's giving us a place to add on. We bought into the trade here, and we're holding with our stop loss above, and we're just so hanging out, waiting. Now it's giving us the position to add on. And it's the first one in all of these coins that I would say give us that longer term add on a position and put on a position and then wait for the add on to come. It's in all of these markets, it's going to take this long, 6 weeks to a month, once we put on a trade for the add on signal to come in. That is trying on purpose to err on the side of anticipating a long-term uptrend. And if the markets go choppy sideways for the next 8 months to a year, then all of these kind of trades where I'm getting in, let me draw this line. All these trades will do the same thing. If I'm getting in here and I leave my stop loss just above it, and then we have these markets go choppy all year long, all like this, I will get in and out and in and out, in and out, and I'll get stopped out at much less profit than I could have made because I'm trying to stay in there for the long-term trend. And this happened to me in the 2015 from like February till September of 2015. I kept looking for the big long trend, but it was chopping sideways. So this is part of the danger of what I'm setting up for in my own trading, and I know it, and I'm erring on that side on purpose so that I am in the market for the big moves when they do happen. Gunbot doesn't do arbitrage, but BitRage will be coming out before long. It's an ARB only bot. ARB is advanced, harder, and will require a separate program for sure. Yes. And for my own part, my arbitrage bot is sitting here on my computer hooked up to the internet, but other people have VPN servers located geographically nearest to the servers of the exchange that they're going to be trading on, so that their bot has the least lag time in milliseconds to check in with the API. So when you're getting into the arbitrage stuff, that timing gets really important. So choppy trading, this is where the bot shines, and this is where I'll not shine for sure. I'm looking for the longer term trend, and I'll lose money in some of these retracements. And the bot can be there to take care of those things. And I want to diversify into a bot trading. Anyway, now, Factum coin is not a move yet in the simple trading plan, because in the 12-hour bars, we haven't seen this turn into a trend change yet for us. However, of course, we can see in the 4-hour bars, this made a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, broke the downtrend line, moving averages crossed over, and the prices took off. The whole trading signal was right there. But for the simple trading plan, we're stepping back to the 12-hour bars and forcing ourselves to stay here so that we are looking at things that are not doing fake out breakouts on us, and we're trying to stay clear of those. I have 1,000 bots running in 10 locations on Vultr.com. Wow. Holy crap. So, you know, if Vasilis has 1,000 bots running on 10 different locations, then we know that other people have similar setups. That's why I have this conspiracy theory about bots, and it's not any one person doing it. It's the masses of people doing it. So Ethereum was still neutral, not giving us. Ravencoin is taking off right now. We're getting an update on our Discord chat. If you haven't joined our Discord chat, jump in. There's some really good conversation and lots of great live updates going on there. Factum coin will also be neutral in our spreadsheet. I'm going off track here and not getting the spreadsheet done, but that's okay. It's all about the volumes. When you're doing small positions, small sizes, it's all about the volumes. I love it. I'm grateful to have you here, Vasilis. Are you on our Discord chat? Get over there. I want you and Gunbot University Professor Wally to teach our community more about bots. Game is, we have it as a buy signal, but if it's not already, I would put it as an alert. This is a great ascending wedge triangle. And I don't even know if Game Credits is a viable project. I don't know. gas is building up. We'll leave it as, I'm going to move it to an alert here. Maybe not. I'll put it as neutral again because it's just not close enough, pushing against the top enough to be an alert. I want to separate those out a bit. This is an alert though. This one will stay as an alert in our sheet. Even though Bitcoin made that drop, let's zoom in on this. Bitcoin made this drop down here. If I zoom into the 1 day, so we're looking at the 5-minute bars, this did nothing. A lot of the coins did nothing. They didn't react to that at all. Litecoin and Ethereum, they really broke and moved, but most everything, didn't really react to it at all. Hunter coin, another neutral one. Kyber network token. Zoom in a bit. It's looking good. I like it, but it's still neutral for this trading plan. It doesn't fit. Library credits was a green. It was a buy. Oh yeah, look at that. It stays a buy. So that's a hold. Whoops. Let me fix that. Why is that now? I don't know. I'll have to check my spreadsheet. Let's continue on. Loom. Okay, Loom remains an alert. That's a great formation there. It's really beautiful to see these things building up and watch them in real time, and to do the video journals to capture all this at these moments. It's fantastic. This is another one laying on the bottom here. I can't put it in an alert yet, but I'm keen to. I can't wait to. Litecoin we had as an alert, because it's come bouncing off of this bottom. It's tough to make it an alert. If I'm zooming in, there's 1-2 times off this bottom. We've got AIAS coin, exclamation point, just arrived on our server. Thanks for joining us on Discord. I'll say hello formally in a minute. So I don't know why I put this as an alert, actually. It should have been a near fail, because it's almost failing. I don't know why I put that Litecoin 2 days in a row as an alert. Now this is where I have to. Actually, I'm on member already. Okay. I'm putting. That's interesting. I'll leave it as an alert, but because I do believe it's going to be going up from here, but that was I don't think that was a good call to have it marked as an alert yesterday. Maybe it was doing this and pushing up here and I was calling it an alert, but no, I can't do it. If I have to think about it, I can't do it. Neutral. Made safe coin. AIAS. I don't know how to pronounce it. Good to see you, Vass. I'll call you Vass. Let me mark you as a community member in our chat to separate you from people who are bots. Made safe. 3-month view. I think it's looking fantastic, but I can't put it as a trading signal for the simple trading plan yet. It needs to mature from here. So other trading plans may say, yeah, that's a buy right now where it stands, but the simple trading plan has to wait a little bit longer. So here's another little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation shaping up in mana. I'm glad to have you here, 1BVM. Glad this is a good way to start your day. Here is a great 1, 2, 3 bottom formation on the 4-hour view. Moving averages uncrossed, so they would need to cross again in this to break above that. But look, there's the downtrend trend line break. At the same time, Bitcoin's showing strength. That's a great setup in mana, but it doesn't conform to the simple trading plan rules. So even though another trading plan would say, yes, buy in right now, the simple trading plan is still neutral and waiting for it to really show that it's changing direction. Navcoin we had as an alert. I'm going to leave it as an alert, but a little bit higher than this, and I'll say that it's a buy. Namecoin was a near fail. Yes. Now it's looking toppy right there. So all the way along here, I've been saying, wow, I can't believe it's gone up this high already. So now I'm going to actually move it up to a fail and call it a sell signal right there. So if you're in, that would be like get out. There's no way to take a short position in this market though. NXT. Hey, Matt, one of my old students. If you are an old student, then if you're in our Discord chat, let me know. If you've taken the course before, you should be in the lifetime members group, and then you get access to all sorts of extra things. Let me know. NXT, same thing as yesterday pretty much. Starting out, but neutral. Not a near fail anyway. OMG, we had it as neutral. It's still neutral and looking better. And there again, some of our other trading methods might want to pick that up at this chart formation, but the simple trading plan has to wait. Omni is looking better. It's gaining strength there. So I'll take it away from the near fail category and move it up to neutral. There we go. Pascal coin. It was up to neutral yesterday. And gee, I'm going to have to put it back to near fail at least. Near fail at least. If it breaks down below these levels, that's a sell. That would be a fail. PPC was a fail. I love going through it. It remains, I'm going to leave it as a near fail. Quantum was a near fail. Quantum I was really bullish on just a few days earlier. So it stays as a near fail. It's hovering there as close as it can without actually being a fail. Rep was a buy that we called earlier. We saw the alert. We called the buy and off it went. It's still holding as a buy signal. And so rep, we would have our stop loss just above our entry and we'd be sitting back waiting. Give this time to do its thing. Really, it's going to do some big, deep retraces. It's going to take some time before it really starts on its full scale move. SBD, I'll look at it for entertainment. It is a large 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. But I'm going to mark it as neutral, and that's just my own bias because it's done some crazy things that I don't get it. It's supposed to be a stable coin equal to $1 US, but so I'm not trading it. Saya coin, hey, there we go. We got a little tick to the upside. That is great. So it was a near fail. Now I'll put it as neutral, but it won't be long before that turns around to be a buy signal. Siacoin. So I look forward to Siacoin doing something. Now we're down to the last stretch here. We're on to SNT. SNT gave us a buy signal and it still holds as a buy. Our stop loss will be up above our entry and then we'd just be sitting and waiting on this one and wait for the moving averages to cross over to kick us out. Steam was a buy signal. We saw that as a neutral, then we saw it as an alert, and then it took off into a buy signal. Again, our stop would just be above our entry position and we'd be sitting on our hands waiting to see where did this go. This is a great formation, really building up here. I've had it as an alert for the last couple days and I'll leave it there. A really great project too. Stellar is right down still at near fail levels. And it was a fail earlier this morning. So when we go back to this group as Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin were all breaking below this significant level, so was Stellar. So Stellar has poked its head just above these levels, but it hasn't shown much strength at all. So it is really near failing. And failing at the same time as everything else, which is worse or better, depending. Strat I marked as an alert. I'm going to have to take that alert off since it's faded back a bit here. So it faded down below these levels. We gave it a 1, 2, 3. Now it's come up and made a new number 3. So that takes the alert status off, puts it back to neutral, and it has to regain its status there again. Syscoin stays as an alert. It's still pumping and showing that there's accumulation going on. So that chart formation keeps us alert. Not a buy signal yet, but that it's taking this much time to establish this kind of bottom. After, its history, I'm bullish. Viacoin, I don't know the technology and what's unique about this project, but it's getting accumulated, so I'm going to leave it as an alert. VTC, okay, it stays neutral, but you can see it's building up there now. That is really good. It's building up in that it has a low here, it has a higher low, it has a higher low again. So there's more buying going on than selling, and it's changing direction. Counterparty, I'm not expecting anything from, and I'm not disappointed. It's a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. It could go off into somewhereville, and I'll mark it and trade it as though, but I just go by the formation, and I don't really believe in the project itself. This project I believe in much more. And the historical price levels, the break of this parallel trend line, all line up. I'm going to make this an alert, and just so that we know it. And I can't put it as an alert because I'm not trading all my trading plans. Here I can only trade the simple trading plan, which means that I have to wait for these moving averages to cross. I have to wait for it to establish something stronger and then actually change direction. Then I can get on board. So here's another one. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 times off this bottom and a little tick higher. I have to keep it as neutral. At least it's not a near fail now. Not expecting it to go up, but I'll have to trade it if it does. XPM, I'm going to leave it as a near fail. It's hanging on those layers. That's not bullish. XRP was labeled as a near fail, and I'll keep it as a near fail just because it's laying on these edges so close, but it has given us a little bit more green candles here. It'll go up to neutral soon if it can pass above these levels, and then we'll see what goes on after that. Zcash. All right, so it's up from near fail now to neutral, just a tick off of near fail. But really, no, I'll leave it as near fail. Give me more. And then ZRX was a near fail. And this one I'll move up to a neutral. It's pulled up a little bit off of there. So I'll make that neutral. And then we'll jump over to Bitcoin and zoom in to the 5-minute bars. And it's still, like, this was a pretty deep skewer. That's pretty heavy. And climbed right up out of that. Ethereum jumped at the same time. It really went for the deep skewer. And while that's refreshing, let me copy and paste this formula to see how many markets do we have that are green. 5. How many that are alerts now? Fewer. There are fewer alerts. We have more. We have a little bit fewer near fails. We have only 2 markets that are sells, like fails. And we have a couple more now that are neutral coins. So if I bring this across so we can see both. Here's our updated chart. The more yellow and the more of the light green we have, the better. If orange starts picking up and red starts picking up, that's bad. The more the dark green goes down and our light green and yellow go up, that's better. That's showing us the bull market is on its way. And this is what we're studying for now, is to see this trend change. On the other hand, if the orange and the red start picking up and the dark green is going down, we know that the bear is winning and that we better be prepared for prices going down. That's either selling out of your altcoins and going to a stable coin, or to go short on something like Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin triplex. So you got $10,000 worth of cryptocurrencies. You could take $1,000 at a 10 times short position, take $300 for each of Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and go short at 10 times leverage. That covers the cost of your entire $10,000 crypto portfolio. And as the portfolio goes down in value, because cryptos are all going down, then your short positions would be going up in value and sort of offsetting the amount of loss that you would have. So this is a way to hedge your overall position by doing those short trades instead of selling all of your alts and then buying them all back, which is like a lot more work. Good morning, Zen Crypto. I saw your video the other day. If you guys haven't seen Zen Crypto's channel, he did a video on Litecoin. And let me now go to Litecoin, clear off all the markings, go to the weekly chart, and from here, he had the 200 and the 50. I can just edit these. He had a 50 period moving average as the short and a 200 period moving average as the long. And then pointed out how we are coming up to a cross right now of that moving average, where the 50 period moving average is crossing under the 200 period moving average, often known as a death cross. $50 and $100. Okay, that's why it was having a harder time. 50 and 100. And so I really appreciated that video because it was a different view than I had been taking on Litecoin. I'm seeing this bottom formation shaping up. Right, okay, so it's probably a different chart that has more data here, but certainly this crossover is not very good. And for my own part, I'm completely stuck at looking for 1, 2, 3 bottom formations, and this kills me. Like, even this is a great looking chart here. For my own part, I have to act on this. I have to go long. It's just got to do it. We have the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation shaping up. Like, prices are showing strength. The moving averages are so close together on the daily view. It's huge. That's killer. Like. So there are many different views of it, and I want to be prepared so that if it does go down lower, I'm prepared for it. I'm ready. I don't want to be always ready just for one way. But at the same time, these are my formations that I've been watching for all year. And also on the weekly, which is the 5-year view. So this is the 1 week channel here now. 1 week, and I'm using Poloniex data, so maybe Bitfinex has longer Litecoin data backwards. No, that's it. That's March of 2014 down till now. So if you haven't checked out Zen Crypto's channel, go and check him out. Go and check him out. When I see the notifications, I go and watch it. Now, that about wraps it up for today. We are finished our spreadsheet, and the answer to the question is Bitcoin crashing? Well, it appears not. Earlier today, it really appeared like it was. And the big question after that happened was, where do you, if you go short, you see this breaking down low, you see all these things breaking, and you take a short position, which is a prudent thing to do. When do you get out? When do you say, okay, this didn't work for me? For my own part, it's easy to see in hindsight and say, well, as soon as it crosses back over my entry point, I get out right away and take my losses as they're small. But this has to be something that you think about and practice in your mind beforehand. Another key point is that I would only put on a small part of my short trade until it proved me correct. Then I would add on more. Because this happens so often where you get the fake down breakdowns or the fake out breakouts. So you want to start off small and add on when you're correct. Great to have you here, Vasilis. I'm glad you appreciate the stream, especially since you're such an avid botter. To have you along the stream is awesome, and I can't wait to be chatting more with you in our Discord chat. But like I say, that wraps us up for today. We've gone over the bull market watch one more time, and it's still not looking very bullish. This would have a lot more greens in it, a lot more yellows in it, And we'll see this over time as we do this and do this, the colors will change, and this will give us the indicators. And we could see that happen earlier when we went from September to October here. Things were looking a lot more green and yellow. And then through November, we got all these oranges and reds. And we started all over again looking for new bottom formations after the 21st of November. So now we have those bottom formations again coming out of the end of January. And it's time to be watching for these trades. My realtor Phil, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. I'm going to sign off now, guys. Wishing you all the best in your trading today. Crazy markets out there. Use your stop losses. Bye for now.